This is not a Muslim crisis. This is a crisis for humanity. Assalamu alaikum there kids. I'm so excited that I've come here to talk to you guys after such a long time. I really miss talking to you guys and telling you stories. But today I'm not here for a story. Today I've come here to talk to you about a scenario. Okay, so imagine that you go in a park and you have no worry in the world and you're really enjoying yourself, taking the slides or swing, and suddenly this really old kid comes to you. He's like 5 or 6 years older than you and a lot heavier as well, so very intimidating. And he comes to you and he says, "Hey you, get out of that swing. This is my swing. I was here first." And you're like, no, first of all, very rude, Mr. Bully, and I was here before you. Everybody here in the park can see that I was here before you. And he goes, I was here yesterday, even before you came. And then mommy told me that I had to go back home to sleep and stuff, but I was here before you, and so this is my swing and get lost. And you tell them that is not a very nice thing to say, and your logic is completely absurd. And this makes them really, really mad, and they push you, and then they drag you out of the park, they close the gates in on you, and they say, "Never come to this park again." What are you going to do in this situation? Will you just stand there outside the gate and say, well, let's go find another park? Or would you stand up for yourself and even go and ask your parents or any adult to come and help you against this little bully? Let's also talk about all the people in the park who just saw how that little bully tried to bully you and just kicked you outside the park. Do you think they would say, this little kid brought upon himself by not listening to the bigger one? He has more power and he was here yesterday, yes. So the logic is good. And of course, that big guy has more friends in the park than this little kid. So yeah, everybody's with the big kid now. Do you think that's fair? No, right? You'd be very sad. I, for one, would never want my child to be in such a park. But at the same time, I really would want that bully to understand that this park is not just his, but for all the kids to play and enjoy together. But what about all the friends who are telling you that you are wrong and the bully is right? Well, this is so unfair. And this is the exact representation of what is happening in Palestine right now. Palestine has been shrinking before our very own eyes since 1946. When people who founded the state of Israel came along, they started pushing Palestinians into a smaller and smaller and even smaller area, kind of making it like a concentration camp. And finally, now the Palestinians have had enough. So they stood up for themselves and they started fighting back. And now that they're fighting back, just like the friends of bully from the park, all the friends of Israel are calling Palestinians wrong for standing up for themselves. It doesn't even make any sense. Standing up for yourself and asking for your rights is not wrong. If Ukrainians did it, we'd be with them and we'd be happier for them. Then why not with Palestinians? The world does not need these double standards because this is not a Muslim crisis. Just like the war in Ukraine wasn't a Christian crisis. This is a crisis for humanity. Why? Because Israel is calling Palestinians human animals. And all the people who stand with Israel, they're asking to flatten Palestine and kill all the Palestinians. And Israel can do it because it has more power, it has more friends, it has more resources and more land because it has been pushing Palestine for ages and decades now. Remember how your mommy always told you to not just stand up for yourself against bullies, but also for anybody else who is less powerful and you can help them. Right now, we're in that situation. Palestinians are helpless. Israel has got all the water supplies, the electric supplies, or any medical supplies to the Palestinians, and they really need our help right now for us all to stand together and tell Israel that it is a bully just like Russia. Dear kids, there is no easy way to say it, and I cannot sugarcoat it for you because this is what it is. It is ethnic cleansing. Israel is killing all the Palestinians so it can have all the land. We all need to stand up to Israel and tell it that this park is for all of the kids, not just the kids who are more powerful or have more friends. I really hope the next time we talk, Palestinians would be in a lot better position than they are right now. Let's all pray for Palestine. Long live Palestine.